What's up, YouTube? Brad and Bordy here. We are here with Mo to Go, giving you guys some updates on multiplayer online role-playing games. Bordy, take it away, brother.
Yeah, man. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce you guys to two new upcoming games that I am personally very excited about. So I wanted to share those with you. And the first one I'm particularly excited about because it's quite unique in the genre, and it is called Age of Water. So I'm going to read a little blurb here about what Age of Water is. Age of Water is an MMO game set in an ocean world. It's being developed by Gaijin Entertainment, who developed War Thunder in partnership with 3Well Studio. It's set in a post-apocalyptic water world and will be available for PC. Age of Water is set in the distant future when the Earth has been transformed into an ocean world, and the residents live in cities that are built on whatever structures remain above the water's surface, which includes skyscraper, rooftops, and giant structures, or statues, excuse me. You can take control of a motorboat to travel between settlements, fight pirates, and excavate the remnants of a lost civilization from the depths of the ocean. You're also going to be able to design and build your own ships in the game, and then you can fight for territory and resources. So it seems kind of like a survival style MMO set in an ocean setting. It looks incredibly unique, and there is an alpha coming soon, they say, but there's no date as of yet. You can sign up for testing on their website. We'll make sure to link that in the description below. I'm incredibly excited about this game, man. It looks very, very unique, and I can't wait to play it, man.
Yes, sir. Dude, you're like on a water game kick right now, dude.
Dude, I guess so, man.
Hey,
it just looks cool.
I'm gonna start calling you Kevin Costner. All right,
That's
dude.
fine, dude.
That's no one's gonna get that joke. That movie's old. All right, so the game that I'm going to talk about is one that, dude, I'm a sucker for Warhammer stuff. I always wish that I got into the board games and the painting the models and everything like that. And so when a new video game comes out, I have an opportunity to kind of dip into that lore and that universe. I always kind of jump on it, dude. And there's a new Warhammer game coming out called Warhammer 40K Darktide. Now, if you ever played the Vermintide series, it is a lot like the Left 4 Dead series in a way that basically is like a hack and slash game that you kind of go through predetermined levels. You know, you level up your character, you get new weapons, new items. This game is no different than those, except for obviously it's set in the 40K universe. Now, you're gonna have lots of, you know, guns and the classic, the chain blade and the chain sword and all the different races and classes that you're used to in the 40K universe. And dude, the screenshots, the trailer of this game look awesome, dude. It's like multiplayer Doom, basically. So I'm excited about this game. I love these like co-op shooter looter games. They're a ton of fun, and dude, we're getting one set in the 40K universe, so I'm pretty excited for that, dude.
Yeah, dude, sounds dope for sure. I've seen a little bit of it, and it looks really cool, man. Looks really cool. So the next game I have for you guys is another upcoming game that's not released yet, but this one I'm a little bit on, well, I'm not on the fence. I'm excited to try it out, but it's being developed by some indie developers, and it's going to be in early access on Steam, and we all know how that goes, so hopefully this one will rise to the top and be a cut above the rest. So this is called Myth of Empires. So Myth of Empires is an upcoming Sandbox MMO developed for PC. It's going to be available on Steam in early access with a release date yet to be announced. It's being developed by Angela Game and published by Imperium Interactive Entertainment, and it's set in the 3rd century on the Eastern continent. So basically, this is like a kind of a Mordau style combat. It looks really cool. I know, Red, that's not necessarily your cup of tea. I definitely enjoy this type of combat, and I think it's going to be really fun. It's a multiplayer sandbox game. There's free building in there. There's large scale warfare. There's faction warfare where you can go attack your rivals. You can build an entire city, and that's where it gets a little tricky for me because, you know, once you have a lot of structures in one area, you can take a large FPS hit in the game, and especially with some of these little indie games like this, I hope they can get that worked out because the game looks really cool. Looks like it has a lot of potential. Looks like something I'm going to be interested in. It has quite a large map, lots of gathering and crafting, and a lot of survival elements in it. So it's very much kind of a sandbox game with some good combat. Looks like some fun combat. So we'll see how it goes, man. Myth of Empires.
All right, dude. It seems like there's a ton of those type of games coming out recently.
One's got to be good, dude.
Hey, man, one of them's got to hit, dude. We just need to pay attention to which one it is, and then we can hop in there and have some fun. All right, guys. Well, this is kind of near and dear to the heart. This next one for me and Bordy, it's Crowfall. Now, Crowfall, dude, it's been around quite a while now, and they keep adding and subtracting and changing all of the game features, going into beta and etc. But Bordy, they're making even bigger sweeping changes to the actual gameplay of the game. The most recent update that they're going to do, Bordy, is basically minorly they're revamping the starting menu to make it more easy for new players to kind of navigate through their different game modes. Very different from any other MMO that you might know. But basically now they are kind of now pushing all players into what they consider to be their main featured game mode, which is the dregs. So one of the ways they're going to do that, Bordy, is now they're getting rid of the vessel system completely. That was one of their, I mean, not completely, but that was one of their basic, or like one of their, I would say, flagship features of the game. The idea of that you were basically, able to craft a new character for yourself and inhabit these vessels that people and players are making. That stays. You're going to be able to continue to craft vessels and experience that side of gameplay. But now you're no longer going to be able to switch those out. You're going to keep the same character, which I think is a good change. I think it's something that the game definitely needed for MMO players to be able to identify with their characters. But also, Bordy, it's going to be where you can only equip that new vessel when you get to certain levels. So you have to get to level 30 now, when before you really didn't need to level up your old vessel. You just needed to have one crafted for you. So there is progression now in that sense. And there is also a way that characters that are like of green vessel level or higher, you have to stay in the dregs, Bordy. So that's good, because before you were basically forced to go back into the starting zone and level up your new vessel, and it took twice as long. So you're spending majority of your time in the starter zone because you're just constantly leveling up these new vessels you have. And I don't think that's the intention of the developers, is for you to spend all the time in go gather 3 pieces of wood zone. So that's a good change too. But overall, dude, it worries me because they keep making these sweeping changes. The initial vision of the game is what drew me to the game, Bordy, with the passive leveling system and the vessels, and having the opportunity to kind of have a unique spin on MMOs in general. And now, Bordy, they basically removed both of those things. So I don't know, dude.
Yeah. It's an interesting game to follow, I'll tell you that. There's been so many changes. You and I have sunk a lot of hours into Crowfall, so we follow this game pretty closely. But my goodness, man, I'm so on the fence, man. I don't know about it anymore. We'll see. Hopefully it turns out good. It's got a load of potential. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right, dude. Well, that about does it for this episode of Mo to Go, Bordy. It's been a pleasure. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to hit the subscription button, the notification bell for more content exactly like this. We do one of these episodes every Friday at 8 a.m. and we post videos 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. So if you like multiplayer game content, especially games like this we featured on this episode, check the channel out, hit the sub button, the notification bell, throw down a like, put a comment about how we're, both follically challenged. We're okay with any of it. You know what I mean? We just love having you guys here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.